I used to question whether karma was real. I had seen kind people suffer while dishonest ones thrived. And it made me wonder, does life truly balance itself out? But then, I witnessed something that changed my belief forever. There was a man named Takahashi who owned a small convenience store in a quiet Tokyo neighborhood. He was a successful businessman, but behind his polite demeanor, he was greedy. He sold expired goods, shortchanged customers, and sometimes even mixed fake money into their change. Yet, his business flourished, and he lived comfortably. One rainy evening, I saw an elderly woman, Mrs. Yamamoto, enter his shop. She looked fragile, her hands trembling as she counted her coins, trying to buy a small bag of rice. But she was short, only 10 yen. With a hesitant voice, she asked, "Sir, I'm missing just 10 yen. Could you help me this once?" Takahashi barely looked up. "If you don't have enough money, don't buy it. This isn't a charity," he said coldly. I saw the sadness in her eyes as she bowed slightly and walked out into the cold rain. Years passed. Takahashi's store continued to thrive, and his wealth grew. But one fateful night, a fire broke out and reduced his shop to ashes. The insurance company refused to pay, citing fraud allegations. He lost everything overnight. I later saw him sitting on a street corner, wearing tattered clothes, holding out a cup for spare change. The same people he once overcharged and cheated now walked past him. Remembering how he had treated them, no one offered help. Karma comes full circle. As for Mrs. Yamamoto, life took a different turn. One day, a man in an elegant suit approached her while she was sitting outside her tiny home. He introduced himself as Kenji, a wealthy businessman. Then, with a warm smile, he said, "Years ago, when I was a hungry little boy with nothing, you gave me food. You didn't know me, yet you helped me. I never forgot that kindness." Kenji had spent years searching for her. Now successful, he wanted to repay her generosity. He bought her a comfortable home and made sure she never had to struggle again. That day, I truly understood the law of karma. It does not always work instantly, and it does not always work in ways we expect. But in the end, every action, good or bad, creates a ripple that will one day return to us. Takahashi thought he could take advantage of others forever. But life found a way to balance the scales. Mrs. Yamamoto, despite having little, still chose kindness. And in the end, kindness came back to her in the most unexpected way. I've never doubted karma since. And after hearing this story, I hope you won't either.